Okay, you guys, so I hope my camera's in focus, but I wanted to go over the products that I use before I get ready to show you how I wash my unit. Now, I will say this as a disclaimer, I am not a hairstylist. I've never done hair. However, over time, trial and error, I've showed myself how to do plenty of things, and doing my own hair is one of those. So the products that I use and that you see me using, you may not use them, your stylist may not use them, they may not work for you. However, this is what's worked for me over time, but they all work collectively together to get the result that I want. So first and foremost, shampoo. Joico shampoo is a great shampoo, works really well on extensions and wigs. My stylist in Memphis was the first one that ever introduced me to Joico. She used to use the K-Pack color therapy, but I like to use this one. You can get it at TJ Maxx, Marshalls for a rather good price. I also like, it's a 10 daily conditioner. This is what I use. I use this on my natural hair as well as the shampoo. But for my wig, I like to just use a little bit of this to condition it. And to clean the lace, I use some Dawn dish liquid, just a small amount around the lace area. I do have a 6x6 closure wig, and a small amount of alcohol to kind of help break down that product and that oil around the lace, so when I get ready to lay it down again, it will lay nice and seamlessly on my hair. So, and without further ado, let's get started with washing and reviving my wig. Okay, so at this point, you guys should have washed all the shampoo out. Now I'm wringing my unit out. I also rinsed out the lace. So now it's all clean, as you can see, and that process didn't really take that long. Now it's all clean. And now I'm gonna add my conditioner. So I use about this much. And I actually like to kind of massage my conditioner in my hair. The hair doesn't really get tangled or anything when I do it like this. And I pretty much just let it sit for a little while, maybe about 20-30 minutes. I let it sit, and then I rinse it out with cold water. And I'm just gonna brush through it. Alright, so now I'm gonna leave it. Take these gloves off and we will be back. Okay, so let's briefly chat about the hair vendor that I use. So back when I first started wearing wigs, I looked at a lot of different hair companies, watched so many YouTube videos to see what hair was worth the money that I was spending, because at the time I was probably in my early 20s. I didn't have money to waste at all. I still don't got money to waste. However, I wanted to make sure that my investment actually made sense for what I was spending. So what I found was using Aliexpress, which is where a lot of your favorite hair companies get their hair if they're not sourcing it directly from China. But we know after the whole pandemic and everything that sometimes it's harder to get your hands on certain things. However, back then a lot of people were getting their stuff from there because it's a wholesale website, but you had to figure out what vendors had the best hair. So I started purchasing my bundles from Aliexpress, and I fell in love. They have been the best. As far as the money that I was spending, it made sense. The quality of the product made sense. So 2019, I picked this bad boy up right here on sale during Black Friday, and I've had this wig ever since. This is like I call my wig my favorite hat because it has withstood me bleaching, coloring, cutting, and it still looks good. And then I've only continued to learn more, and that's when I have it to where it is now. So this is a HD 6x6 HD lace wig. This wig ran me about $150, if that, and I think the longer you go, of course, the more expensive it is. But I got this wig from Aliexpress, and a lot of people talk crap about Aliexpress, but really it's a really good place to find a lot of different things, but you have to do your research and do your due diligence. So that's where I got this unit from. A lot of people have been asking me. Pretty much enter their information in, and they always have, you know, coupons, especially if you order it in app. They have discounts. They are really good about communicating what's going on with your shipment, what's going on with the product. If you have any questions, they're very good about that. So if you go on, this is what their store looks like, and you can pretty much search anything. And again, I have the HD lace wig. They have different stuff on here. You can find different you can find closures, you can find frontals. This is a 6x6 closure, so it does not go from ear to ear. It only goes from like about here to here. At first I used to get the 4x4, but I found that that was not a lot of space for me to work on my head and get the really natural look that I like and that people, you know, have been giving me compliments on. So that's the tea on my vendor. Check them out. This is not paid or anything, but I really like them. Also, there's another company, Sealy, that I've purchased from before, but I prefer Aliexpress over that. And sometimes you can find YouTubers that will do Aliexpress vendors for each year or each quarter, like their favorite Aliexpress people. So I hope you guys wrote that down, and I will put that information in the description box below, so you can go back and refer it. So let's let the wig condition, and then we'll be back to start the drying styling process. Okay, you guys, now it's time to rinse out the conditioner and get our wig dry so we can go ahead and style it. I'll grab me a little bit of green tea in the meantime, in between time. But like I said, now it's time to go ahead and rinse it out and get everything dry so we can go ahead and style it. So let's get started. All right, now this portion is completely optional. I do know of some people that like to go right in and start blow drying their wig, but because I have a hooded dryer, I am going to use my hooded dryer and sit my good friends, sit her right under the dryer and let her dry. For the most part, I found that this actually does preserve your wig a lot longer than you going right in with the blow dryer, because just like a blow dryer will damage your natural hair, it can also damage your wig hair by constantly going in and blow drying it right away. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of leave-in conditioner in it, and then I'm gonna sit my wig under the dryer for about 30 minutes. I adjust the height of the wig head, and then from there I'll go through with the blow dryers and kind of like finish it on a medium setting, and then from there I go in and start styling the wig. so I do get hair supplies from there. And also the products that you decide to put on your unit. Although I put 2 different products in it, my hair is still not weighed down, and it actually helps smooth out the unit while I blow dried it to get it straight before I actually went in with my hot tools. So I'm using, it's a 10 silk. Here it is, their silk smoothing balm. This is what I use actually on my own natural hair for blow drying. And then I also use Paul Mitchell's Super Skinny Serum. So I don't know if you guys seen on my Instagram, I was talking about the fact that like the reason why my units end up looking so good is because I actually treat them like I treat my real hair. So that's how I was able to get my unit like already looking like this with just a blow dry. Like this is only a blow dry. This has no heat put to it yet with my flat iron. It's only a good blow dry. So I'm about to finish blow drying it, then I'm gonna go in and part it with my hot comb, style it so I can show you how I put it on my head. Okay, so now that we got the wig all dry and everything, now it's time to get with this part and do everything up here. So I just started using the olive oil ORS wrap and set mousse. I like to do that for my part with my hot comb. The hot comb that I'm using is the Red by Kiss electric hot comb. Now beforehand I was using my good old Easter Sunday hot comb that I had for a minute, and I was putting it on the stove and then running back and forth from my bathroom to the kitchen, and also checking the temperature with the towel. And you guys know how that black towel that your mama used to use for your hot combs, how that can be, because I have burnt lace, I have burnt hair with that being too hot. So what I do like about this particular hot comb is the fact that it has a digital reader for your temperature, and the temperature is similar to that of like a flat iron. So it goes from like 200 something all the way to 450, and I like that because it allows for things to be safe and for you to not damage your wig unit or your hair should you use this if you're doing like styling and doing like a ponytail, or just want to go in and get some extra, you know, straightening with certain places. And then on top of that, it goes up. It'll show you how the timer is, not timer, how the temperature is going up, so you can always keep track of it. And then it has a stand so it doesn't damage anything. So I'm gonna go in right here, and you guys know I love a good middle part. That's my thing, my zhuzh. I love a good middle part. I'm gonna grab me some, grab me a rat tail, and I'm gonna get to parting, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is my wig on my head. I do like to part my wig while it's on my head, so that way I am able to see exactly where it's gonna fall on me, because sometimes the way the wig is situated on the head is not always the way that it's gonna be situated on your head. So I do recommend using your own head as a guide to do your parts. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna do it off camera because I'm able to kind of concentrate a little better because my mirror is right here, and that's the way I'm able to see. So you guys give me just a moment, I'll be right back. So as you guys can see, I took my hat off and I got my braids, but I parted my wig, and of course I always like to go back in and clean it up, but I have parted it on my head. So now I'm gonna get it back on my wig head, and I am going to smooth it out with my hot comb. This is my process again. Some people do theirs differently, but this is a particular process that works well for moi. And I'm gonna get my good sis on here. I don't even have a name for my wig. I never name my wig. Y'all gotta help me come up with a name for my wig, because I never did so, and I've been wearing this wig for quite some time, and I never actually came up with a name for my wig. So maybe we can work on that. Okay, so I'm gonna fix this part right here. Fix this. It always takes me a little second to get everything, you know, situated as far as the part is concerned, and then I do go in and clean it up just a little bit, because sometimes the part's a little off. And again, I've had my wig unit for quite some time, so there's a little couple things that I have to tweak. Oh, for the most part, we should be good in there like swimwear. Okay, so I'm gonna go over that comb, and I like to go, so I get a really flat look. I like to part my wig, part hot comb, and then I go to the top and I hot comb. So that's the process that I like to do, because that way it's super duper flat. And yeah, I like to do that. I like using the mousse because it does make it hold and stay. And just like I said, it gets really flat. So I'm gonna go in with the hot comb and also blow. So it gets really flat. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then with this part, I'm going with the same thing. If you guys can see this part right there, up, but she wanted to turn her head, so we're gonna go this way. It's really flat. Alright, so I'm gonna go in and do the other side. I'm gonna kind of speed up the video because you guys have seen me do this part. And keep going. Alright, you guys, I am back. My camera died on me while I was in the middle of filming, so I went ahead and styled my unit off camera. I have my stocking cap on, and I want to talk about stocking caps for a quick second. I no longer use the caps that everybody's used to, which are these type of stocking caps, because once you cut them, they run, and not all the time can brown girls like myself and some of you out there find colors that match us. So what I've started using are knee highs. They're really strong, durable, they rarely run, and then also they're closer to my skin complexion. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my cap on, and then we're gonna get this laid so we can proceed. So when I put my stocking cap on, I have started, which has helped tremendously, sewing the back, not in really anything fancy, but just a little bit of security with my braids. And it's totally helped, because I used to try to, you know, just do it without sewing it, and I would always find that my stocking cap would make its way up the back of my head. So with that being said, I've definitely started doing that, and I've seen significant difference. You guys can already see that I've applied my makeup, and then I'm gonna go in and get started on getting my bald cap method. I like this method because it gives me a very natural look. And yeah, okay. All right, you guys, so I finished my makeup, and your girl is styled and ready to go on. So I actually wanted to do something different this time, because when you live in your wigs, basically wear them 24/7, you wear your wigs out. From perfume, oils on your face, body, especially if it's longer, it will eventually get worn out and cause you to have to maintenance it a lot more. So what I decided to do is to not stick it down. I will still show you guys the spray that I use, but as far as sticking it down today, I won't be showing you guys that. But when you do customize, use a good lace spray like the one that I showed you, and you know, you get your part down, hot comb, everything like that, you will create a way for you to wear your wig when it's actually glueless. So I'm gonna pop my girl on so you guys can see. And I actually used the straps right here. I actually brought them in a little bit more. And then something else that I did, I took the combs out on the side so they don't bother my head, but I did leave the one in the back so it can be secure when I put my wig on. So pop my wig on just a second. If I wanted to, I could actually wear it to the side if I wanted to, but I did not do this to be a side part. I want it to be a middle part. So bring it right on in the middle. I'm gonna check in the mirror. Bring it up a little bit more. Put some hair in the way. And there we go. I'm gonna bring my ear in front where the ear tabs are. And the last thing I'm gonna do is take my comb and secure it in the back so my wig doesn't really slip off or anything. Of course, with me knowing that my wig is not locked down, I'm not gonna be doing anything too crazy, you know. But this is how it looks. So you guys see my whole process from start to finish, from washing, conditioning, drying, styling, and this is how it has turned out. And you can always go back in and add more body, but like I said, I like the whole glueless thing because I am able to take it off at night, give my head a break, and then also it keeps my hair from getting so weighed down with oil so quickly, so I don't have to maintenance it as quick as I would if I was wearing it 24/7. So if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. More videos will be coming up weekly. Thank you for watching.